Hey bros, welcome to Brovesting, where we will.
Be ready for opportunity.
Josh here.
Jeremiah.
We're here today to talk to you about paying debt first or investing. What is the right thing to do?
We're already paying ourselves first.
Obviously.
We know the difference between an asset and a liability.
Yes.
So how are we going to get those assets and lose those liabilities?
All right, so we put money into accounts to build the assets and we spend money on reducing the liabilities. So we pay off our debt and we invest.
So the question is, which one do we do first?
Oh, well, you tell me.
Are we going to focus on paying our debt, getting our debt to zero before we invest, or are we going to invest and use that earnings off investment to pay off debt?
Everyone tells me that you need to get out of debt. So obviously we just get out of debt.
They're not wrong. Getting out of debt is a good idea. I don't like being in debt. Do you like being in debt?
I'm going to get out of it next month. That's how much I don't like it.
Debt is lava. All right. So
Can't touch the floor.
can't touch the floor. So basically, the rule of thumb is we're going to pay off our debt based on the interest you're paying on said debt.
Okay.
So the interest everyone knows you pay interest on your credit card debt, your car debt,
Wait.
your mortgage.
What is interest?
Interest is an interesting conversation. It's money that you have to pay to borrow other people's money.
I don't want to do that.
Then you're not going to borrow money. Why would someone just lend you money?
Because they like me.
Yeah, but lending is a business, and you have to make money somehow.
Okay, fine. But they only charge a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit. So this might appall you, but your average credit card APR is going to be 24% roughly, unless you've got really great credit scores. Which, if you're watching this, you probably don't have an 800 credit score. I don't.
I don't have an 800 credit score either. But, we're working on it. That's 24% is $240 on every $1,000 each year that you're paying, just in interest that doesn't affect the actual principal of the balance. It's extra money I have to pay. So I can borrow $1,000 today. A year from now, if making my minimum payments and everything, I will end up having to pay $1,240 if I even pay it off all on the spot right then. That's how much money it costs me.
It's crazy. Wish I was a lender. Wish I had some money to have my money work for myself like that, but it's just not the case.
This cues us up well. If you are in need of money at 24%, no, we're just kidding. But man,
Click here now.
that's great numbers.
So the rule of thumb is you're going to pay off your high interest loans first.
So how do we define high interest?
High interest, here at Brovesting, we're going to put the line, the bar at 7%. So if your debt is jumping over the bar, you want to pay that off first. So your credit cards at 24% APR, you're going to pay those off first because let's backtrack a little bit. Why 7%? Why 7%?
Why
7%?
Yeah, why, Mr. Brovester, should I trust you? Because here at Brovesting, we trust no one. We do lots of research, and you do your own research too. Every time we tell you something, go fact check us, you know what I mean? Or don't be scared to. We don't want you just to take our words.
Google is your friend.
Yeah, dude. So the whole point of the community of Brovesting is to increase our knowledge by doing our own research, and we're just trying to filter some knowledge for you so you know what to spend the limited amount of time that you have. You might only have 15, 20 minutes a day to think about your financial future, and if you can narrow that down to something specific like, let's find out that 7% if it is as important as we say it is. So never take anything, grain of salt. Make sure you check up on us.
So we get the 7% from, let's say you invested today into an index fund. Someone else manages your money. You're probably looking at an average of 7% over the span of a year.
Okay. So I put $1,000 in. They're gonna give me $70 on top of my $1,000 on average at the end of the year.
On average. So that is money that we're making on interest. Anything above that, it's more worth our time to pay down our debt.
All right. Hold on. Why does the credit card get to charge me 24%, but I only charge the stock market 7%? It's not. I want to charge them 24%.
You're not really charging the stock market. It's just based on how you're investing. You could get higher numbers than 7%. Like here at Brovesting, we're going to aim for a goal of 15%. It's 15. It all depends on. I can't do that much math.
I'm trying to figure out different ways to show 15.
15% is based on how you're going to invest. It's just basically the ups and downs of the market.
We won't get into that here, but the point is our target is 15%, but we're going to act as if we can only make 7%, because if we're just, we know nothing about investing, we have this money, we put it into a 401k or something, we'll get into that in the future too. Your return's like 7% a year. So if you're getting more than 7% over the course of a year in interest taken from you by a bill, then you're losing money if you're taking that money instead of putting it towards that bill and putting it in the market. So we paid off our credit cards, all our high interest rate debts. And now the highest thing I have is like 5.2 on my truck.
5.2 is decent, not great, but it's a decent interest rate.
So what are we doing now with?
We're making this is going to go against everything anyone's ever told you. We're making minimum payments on everything else.
All right, whoa. I thought we were paying ourselves first.
Yeah, we are going to pay ourselves first.
So we pay ourselves
We're
first.
always going to pay ourselves first.
Pay yourselves first. All right. And that money, if we have a 23% loan or something, is going to go towards paying off that loan. The money we pay ourselves first.
Right.
After we have that down to where
that's above your minimum payment. So you're not counting your minimum payment in the paying yourself
very
first.
important.
So let's say your minimum payment is $50. You're taking that 20% and adding it to the $50.
Yes. So whatever you are paying yourself, say it's $200 or $300 a month, that is going on top of that $50 to tackle that credit card debt and just nullify it, get rid of it, evaporate it.
So once we tackle that big credit card monster,
Yep. Now we have our pay ourselves first money. What are we doing with that?
We're taking that and we're going to invest it.
Okay. And we're going to invest it at 7% or higher because we're looking for higher rates of return. And we're going to make money on the difference between that 5.2% and whatever we make, 7 to 15% on our money. And that makes it so that we have more money in the long run than if we would have just paid off the debt.
And we're still making minimum payments on everything else. We're not saying don't make minimum payments. Always make your minimum payments. Can't stress that enough.
Always.
Need
a good credit score. All right. Robert Kiyosaki. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I usually say Miyazaki.
Yeah,
Robert Kiyosaki says that credit score does matter because he borrows off of collateral all the time. Well, when you're starting out with us, credit matters.
Credit matters.
So
credit
it's
lives
pretty important.
matter.
And this is one of the reasons why we wanted to do our own channel and stuff to get information out there, because these millionaires and stuff can go ahead and say stuff like that because it's true to them, but it's not true to you and me. Like
we're like real people. They're like not real people.
Right. So we want real information for real people in a community where you can build and grow your financial education and future. So, not financial advisors, education and entertainment.
And mostly entertainment.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel it's education. More than when I went to school, that's for sure. Imagine if we were teaching a class in high schools. Like that's no. Anyway, we always promise that we'll never sell you anything, but now that you queued me up that we're investing this part of the money, we do have something that you can do that will help you and that will help us. Down in the description, we'll have a link to our Brovesting Robinhood account, where if you get a Robinhood account, which is just an account where you can free trade.
It's also a free account.
Yeah, it doesn't cost any money.
Doesn't cost anything to sign up.
You don't have to put money into the account. You don't have to do anything. But what you do get is you get a $5 stock, and there's some like 1 in 200 chance to get more than $5 worth of stock.
Apple.
Don't worry about that. just picture it as a $5 stock in some company you probably never heard of, and we also get a $5 stock. Both of us get a $5 stock as long as you create an account. You will have to put in your personal information because it is a banking institution, and you're basically opening a portfolio with Robinhood that you will manage through a brokerage. Soon they will be making a checking account that will pay 3%. It will not be FDIC approved, so that's kind of a big deal. It will be SPIC approved. Do your research on the difference. For us, it doesn't make a difference. We don't trust SPIC any less than the actual government to pay us money if a business goes
Bros
bankrupt.
trust no one.
Bros trust no one. So what that does mean is 3% on your checking is approximately 12 times more than you're going to get in your personal checking account you have, I think. So it's a really nice place to sit in cash. And as we get more into how we invest, we tend to sit in cash a lot, especially with this upcoming economic downturn.
We haven't gone over sitting in cash, but we will. Yeah, that economic downturn that we're staring dead in the face, I feel.
Yep, we're here first to give you the doomsday news of tomorrow. There's bulls out there, and they're just rearing their horns all over the place and going through China shops and telling you that the market's going to have a crazy up year this year. And what we're saying is, without definitive terms, which we both have slightly disagreements on when it's happening, but this year, we believe 20+% downswings at some point.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when. So once again, thanks for hanging out, bros. We hope you got something out of this. If you can leave a comment, to tell us anything that you have questions.
Smash that sub button.
Smash that sub button, dude. We want to start a conversation. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. Our lighting is garbage. We're trying different things.
We know these things.
I want to give a quick shout out to our new editor. She's beautiful. Her name's Mariah. We really appreciate it. So if you notice that our videos don't suck as much as they did the first couple times,
It's all her.
it's all her.
It's all her.
And
We're just
as
the pretty
always,
faces.
make sure that you can be ready for opportunities.